Bobby, 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 Bobby. Hi, I forgot to flip the thing around. Already off to a great start. So, hello, hi. How is everybody? This is Fenris if you have not met him yet. My camera's down too low. I'm such a professional camera person, can't you tell? So, hi. I bet you thought I was dead and or got banned from the internet or something like that. No. The truth is that since we moved, which is what, 3 months ago now? Holy crap, time flies. I just have not really wanted to make a video. Or, you know, when I had the urge to make a video, I was in the middle of work or, you know, I didn't have a camera on hand or anything like that. So I just kind of kept making excuses for myself, and it is hot. It is too hot for this. My friend gave this to me from his loot crate because he didn't like Pokemon, and I saw it and I was like, Pikachu! He's like, here you go. So pay it forward, people. If you don't like something that much in your loot crate, you should give it to someone who will. Appreciate it. But anyway, so yeah, sorry I have been so silent. I still like post pictures to Instagram and stuff like that, so like you kind of know what I've been doing. But the truth is that, well, my birthday's in 2 weeks, and the cat is outside, and I will be turning 30. Can you believe it? 30 years old. Did I see myself where I am now at 30? Honestly, no. I was pretty sure I'd die alone. Still might die alone. I kind of drive my husband nuts as he drives me nuts, but we love each other, so maybe not. No kids yet, but hopefully that will change soon. And, I mean, no human kids. Obviously we have, you know, non-human, furry babies. What are they called? Fur babies, that's it. Not to be confused with Furbies. But yeah, I have been playing video games. Don't worry about that. I really need to get a new computer because my computer is not really equipped for recording new videos, and when my husband spent money on fixing up his computer, he got Windows 8, which I hate, and I've kind of given up trying to get everything working on there, so I still just use my computer. But yeah, I have been playing games a lot. As I mentioned a while ago, you know, I did an unboxing video for my PS4 Destiny edition, so that we now have 2 PS4s so that I can play Destiny with my husband. I actually haven't touched Destiny in a couple weeks because I'm kind of bored to death of it at this point. Or not to death, but just there are other games I'd rather be playing. And you know, the thing about adulthood is that you don't really have all that much free time. So I have to choose. Am I going to play a video game? Am I going to make something? Am I going to watch a movie with my family? You know, what am I going to do with my 2 or 3 hours between work and sleep? And of course with the time change, it's dark as soon as I get out of work, so that also cuts down on the activities. But I've been trying to stay active. I usually go, or not usually, I almost always go on at least 1 or 2 bike rides per day with this guy. I actually didn't yet today because it's cold and rainy, and I decided to do an update video at long last. But yeah, I try to do that. Regarding the computer, so I was gonna possibly buy a new computer, but then I changed my mind, and somewhat on a whim, I was in the camera store and I tried to trade in that old camera that my parents gave me from their friend that wasn't really good for video editing, and after an hour and a half of totaling it up, this camera store was like, actually we can't sell Pentax, no one wants to buy them, so we don't want it for anything. But I had already been looking at the cameras there, and since I had already done research on it ahead of time, and I really wanted to, you know, finally get a good camera and see if that would help kickstart me into making better videos more often, I splurged on a Canon Rebel T6i. I also, online, I bought 2 64-bit cards and an extra battery, so that hopefully, you know, I can go out and film stuff outside. No special microphone yet, but it does have a slot to plug one in, so hopefully in the future I can get one. But yeah, and yeah, I know, I have I have so many videos I need to do. I have a lot of videos that I had done like rough versions with my friends, but the quality wasn't very good and it was hard to edit and everything. And so now I'm trying to get them to get back to me so that we can take another shot at it, record it with a better camera, and then, you know, have a better, more rehearsed idea of what we want in those videos. For instance, the cosplay tutorials with Tema, aka ALC Blue Eyes, I think is her, well, that's her old name. Her new cosplay name is Tema Time or something like that, I don't know. And some, you know, I don't know, burlesque belly dancing outfit making things with Avara, and just all sorts of stuff like that, you know, video making with my friend Ryan. So I'm trying to get that going. Things have been a little bit busy because of Ren Fair, which was this past weekend and the weekend before, Halloween weekend, except that my husband and I only went one day because he didn't really want to go at all this year, and I got a little pissed because he didn't want to do anything for Halloween. He didn't want to go out to any parties or anything, and I didn't really want to go by myself, but whatever. So I stayed in, and this past weekend we were both not feeling very good, so we spent pretty much the entire weekend playing Ark Survival Evolved together. He doesn't want to play on a big server. He doesn't like the whole your character stays there even when you're gone, so he started a local one, and we played on that one. We got pretty far. It's a fun game. It is still buggy, definitely, but it has a lot of what I love about 7 Days, except the world isn't quite as editable as, you know, 7 Days. It's not the whole world, it's just like certain resources or whatever. But the amazing thing about Ark Survival, if you've never played it before, is it's full of dinosaurs and prehistoric monsters that you can capture and you can tame and you can ride them, and it's amazing. Unfortunately, both our computers, even his souped up computer, don't run Ark super well, so they need to work on their optimization. It is an alpha still, but this is one game that they seriously have an update for almost every single day. And they're always adding like new monsters, new mechanics. They just added dino breeding, actually, which is this, it's a lot more complicated than Minecraft. Like, first of all, it's hard to get them to make the babies, or the eggs. Some of them lay eggs, some of them are mammals, so they have babies. And then you have to have like temperature control to make sure that the egg hatches and everything, and I haven't done it yet. One of the problems is that there's still collision problems, especially with the wandering dinos. And so like I built this pen, we figured out kind of a cheap way to jump up on a rock and then knock Triceratops unconscious without them hurting us, and I only just found out that there's apparently not dino friendly fire. So you could have a whole team of Triceratops and they can attack, you know, the same target without them hurting each other. I didn't know that because there is friendly fire between the player and the dinosaurs. I know this because my husband accidentally killed like half of my dinosaurs. But anyway, so I tried to put them in this pen and I built it 2 fences high, and they keep glitching right through the fence. Not breaking the fence, just walking and then poof, down the other side of the fence. So it's kind of hard because you have to enable wandering mode, which basically lets them act a little more natural for them to mate, and so, but like I said, they're constantly updating this game, and seriously, for an alpha game, it's amazing. And so, you know, I'm looking forward to them improving collision and improving optimization. But other than that, it's already a really fun game. It has a lot of the same crafting mechanics as a lot of other games. It's actually a lot harder though, I think. It takes a lot longer. You have to actually unlock a recipe to be able to make it, kind of like 7 Days to Die. And unlocking those recipes, they're called engrams, happens as you level. You get more engram points to spend. And currently there's not enough points in even when you're fully leveled up to learn every engram. So what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to be in a tribe, which can be friends, can be strangers online or whatever, where you work together and you say like, I'm going to specialize in this, I'm going to specialize in that. And tribes actually can have their own like admin structure and everything like that. They're kind of like clans in World of Warcraft, but even more expansive. And also you can set the things differently. Like I think the default setting is that if you tame a dinosaur, anyone in your tribe can interact with the dinosaur, can ride it or order it around or whatever. So you want to be careful about who you invite to your tribe. You also share XP and stuff like that. And earning XP in this game is interesting. You get some just from playing. And it's funny, this was going to be a more like about my life video, but somehow I've just been playing so much Ark lately that I'm like, I want to talk about Ark. But you earn XP through a variety of things, through crafting, through killing, you know, like that. So it's kind of like Guild Wars in that, you know, if there's something you prefer doing, you can focus on doing that instead. But your best bet is to do a little bit of both. I mean, you have to kill to get materials, blah, blah, blah. But that stuff's all, you know, pretty standard to most crafting. The real fun thing about ARK is, like I said, you can tame and ride dinos. You have to make this out or ride them, but and so far I've only tamed, I think, 4 different kinds. The first one I tamed was the parasaur, the ones that walk on the back feet and they have a little fin. I've tamed a shit ton of the little spitters, Dilophosaurus, I think. And I've done Triceratops, and I think that's it actually. I haven't bothered, like I've seen a lot of the turtles and I haven't really bothered trying to do the turtles. I want to do one of those flying ones, not the pterodactyls, but the flying ones that have like the lizard face and the bird feathers. But every time I find one of those, they kick my ass. Even level 1s are really hard. So it's been hard trying to train those. But training, it's fun, but it's frustrating. For one thing, friendly fire among you and your pets is a big problem. It's really hard to attack the same enemy as them and not get killed. Also, they really need to work on their pet controls. So there's 5 different whistles right now, and I'm a little unclear how they supposedly work. One is all passive, one is all neutral, one is attack my target. I'm gonna let the cat in real quick. Here you go, Hinker Pinker. Come on. Come be in the video. And now I have to defend the cat from the dog. And then there's attack my target, and there's, oh actually there's 6 commands. So attack my target, attack target, again I don't really know what the difference is, and follow and stay. And it's a little weird about how they affect, it's supposedly like a very short range, but it seems to only work when you're actually looking directly at that pet. And that can be really hard to do when you have, for instance, 5 spitters in your party and you're trying to individually look at all of them. You can also hold down E to access all the different options. But 2 things that I would really like, oh, one thing actually, the attack my target apparently is a bigger area of influence, and it will change all your pets in the area to attack my target, including ones that were previously set on passive. So what this means is that, say that you have, you know, each dino, each creature has its own strengths. Some are like pack animals, some are attack animals, whatever. So if you do attack my target, all of a sudden all your animals attack the target, including ones that were set on passive. So some, you know, poor little parasaur who has all his points in speed and nothing in attack and health, he goes in attack, then boom, he's dead. And it's just, it's frustrating, but at the same time, you know, they're working on it. But yeah, 2 things I'd really like to see them implement. One, I would really like to see them implement a like back off and come to me kind of command, because for instance, right now your pets will try to follow something forever until they get messed up. Oh yeah, pathing is another thing that needs to be improved, but they're working on it. I mean, it's got to be hard to work on the pathing for that many creatures of that many sizes. But anyway, so for instance, like I attacked a parasaur, and some of the animals will turn around and fight you, some of them will run, some of them it's 50-50. Parasaurs always run, and they run really fast. So I told my raptors, my spitters rather, not the raptors is different. I was like, go kill that target. And so they all ran after it. The parasaur and started running, and I'm like running trying to keep up with my raptors, and my raptors are trying to keep up with the parasaur. Finally, the parasaur ends up trapped, because parasaurs have some of the worst pathing in the game, luckily, because again, they run really fast, and they managed to kill it. But literally, I was running for 10-15 minutes, and it was hard to keep up with my pets. When you level up your tamed animals, you can pick what you want, what aspect you want to level up, and so for those guys, I usually did speed, because I want them to be able to catch up with their prey. And yeah, I almost lost them. Pets also glitch a lot, like if you're going through a thick forest, or I went through a cave for the first time with my husband last night, and caves are, the world is not auto-generated like 7 days, it's they pre-designed it or whatever, and caves are a little bit like instances in World of Warcraft, in that they're set places, narrow areas. He was hosting, and it forced me to join him when he went into the cave, so I had a hard time finding my pets. And right now, actually, I'm kind of worried I won't be able to get my spitters back, because I started leading them into the tunnel, and all of a sudden they kept getting stuck. And so I told him to stay, and I went down, and then he died, and we have to retrieve his body, blah, blah, blah. But yeah, that's another thing that would be nice. Actually, okay, 2 things. One, I would really appreciate a button that means just like come closer, or, you know, if you press follow me repeatedly, make them come a little bit closer, because for one thing, a lot of the animals you use for pack animals, for instance, Triceratops, I think their base that they can carry at level 1 is like 300 pounds. So not only are they good at fighting, they're really slow, but they're good at fighting, and they're also good for pack animals. But there's been so many times where I'm standing here, the storage thing is there, my dinosaur is there, and this distance between the storage area and the dinosaur is just enough that I can't just pick up all my stuff from the dinosaur and put it in there. But there's no come closer command, so if I can't get behind the storage chest to pull the dinosaur closer, I literally have to walk over to the dinosaur, pick up just enough stuff that my character's not overloaded, walk over to the storage chest, drop it off, and then repeat. And that can get really annoying. So come here closer command. The call off command, like I said. And also, it doesn't have to be a command, but something where you could like nudge your creature out of the way. I mean, the example that pops to my head is in Halo. It's a little ridiculous, but when your car flips over, you can go over and press a button and it just flips the car the right way. Now, I'm not saying like flip your dinosaur, but maybe some kind of, if you're butting up against them, they like try to get out of your way or something, because there is collision with your pets. They will block an entrance. And I've actually, luckily I haven't had anywhere where I had to kill the dinosaur to get by, but there's been plenty of situations where I had to go the opposite way and fight with their path detection, trying to get them to get out of the way so I could get past them. So that, it would be nice. 60 minutes, whatever, if that could get fixed. But anyway, I could go on and on and on about Ark, and I probably will because I've been playing it a lot. But I did want to give a little tour of my house, actually, I guess as a reward. Not really a reward, of sticking with me all this time. Now, stuff's still a little bit messy. We have a lack of furniture to put stuff away, but I don't think it's too bad. And I'm the only one here right now because my mother-in-law is out east visiting family and my husband's at work. And I'm actually at work too, I'm just on my lunch break. So let's take my camera off of the stand, and I'm just gonna upload this video straight. I'm not gonna take time to edit it together because, again, you know, I still don't have a ton of time. So there's the window. This is the master bedroom, and it is quite large. It's definitely like the largest bedroom. The other bedrooms are pretty small. Here's the crate that the dog never uses. Here's our closet. It's a big closet, but these doors are really hard to open, so we usually just leave it open, and the cats like to hang out in there. There's a door to the backyard, and here is Matthew's side of the bedroom. It's a mess. There's the dog. Hi, dog. Here's my side. Here's my motley collection of stuff at nighttime. And here's my iPad. I've been watching anime a little bit more lately. Here's my DS. I've been trying Pokemon X a little again, Monster Hunter 4, stuff like that. Here's Japanese study cards I made, and I've actually been using the Anki, what's it called, thing on my phone to try to study. Here's my PS4 because I did have a TV in here that I was playing Broken Age on before bed, and I'll probably move it back in here. Here's my piano, which I haven't been playing enough. Here is our bathroom, which there's no door. I don't know why. They had a curtain, but they took it when they moved out. They like took everything that was nailed down. We need to fix the shower.